Hey guys, so now that we're done creating the artwork, we're going to go ahead and code this. So to start, we're going to go inside our yellow events tab, and we're going to use when green flag is clicked. So when our green flag is clicked and we start our game, what is the first thing we want to do for this replay button? Well, we don't want it to show up with the rest of our buttons, so we're going to go ahead and go into looks, and we're going to go ahead and hide it. The next thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to add a go to front layer and a go forward one, just to make sure that when it does show up, it is all the way at the very top, especially because we will have our backdrop, so we want to make sure that it shows itself in front of the entire game. Next, we want to go ahead and make it into an actual button. So in the yellow events tab, we're going to use when this sprite is clicked. And when it is clicked, well, we want to go ahead and make it just like the play button. So when we click on this button, we broadcast play to start our game. And that's what we're going to go ahead and do here. So we're going to go ahead and broadcast play. Next, if we start playing the game, what will happen is we're still going to have our replay showing because we haven't told it to hide. So when it receives the broadcast play, it will go ahead and we're going to go into looks and we're going to add a hide. Okay. So the reason why we're not adding a slow fading animation is because the moment you click on the play button, it's going to start the game immediately. So you do not want to spend all your time having the replay button slowly hide as the game is already beginning. You just want to go ahead and quickly hide it. So that's why we went ahead and just added just a hide. Now, to make sure that we have the same animation that we do for our play and info, we're going to go ahead and underneath this, we're going to go back into our yellow events tab, and we're going to use when I receive game over, which is when we lose. So when we do, we want to go into looks, and we want to show our block. Okay, and try to see if you guys remember the code for the animation that we did for the button. So try to take a second and see if you can remember it. You can also pause this video, and then you can come back to it to see if it's correct. So the correct answer is going to be, we're going to go ahead and go into control. We're going to add a forever because we want it to forever loop. We're going to go ahead and go into looks, and we're going to switch to costume 2 and change it to costume 1. Underneath the switch costume and control, we're going to go ahead and add an if then. Inside of the diamond shape, we're going to go into sensing and use touching mouse pointer because that's how we're interacting with our button. And then inside of this if then, we're going to go ahead and go into looks and add a switch costume to costume 2 to change it. It's an added bonus underneath the show. We're going to go ahead and specify which costume we want to start off with first. So we're going to add a switch costume to costume 1. Now this isn't completely done because there is one last thing we want to go ahead and do. So we're going to scroll up and we're going to actually disconnect this broadcast play. We're going to go ahead and play our game, and underneath this when green flag is clicked all the way at the bottom, we're going to go inside the blue motions tab and add a go to X and Y block because we want to make sure we position it exactly where we want. We're going to click on the green flag. We're going to play our game, and we're just going to go ahead and touch our player in order to lose. Now that we've lost, you can see exactly where the replay button is. You can go ahead and grab it and move it somewhere else. I'm going to put it right underneath my high score that we created. If you don't have this because you don't do the deep dive lesson, that's perfectly fine. You can go ahead and place it wherever you want that makes the most sense for your game. Once you place it, the X and Y here is going to be updated to tell us exactly where this replay button is, and we're going to update this button here. This block. So my X is 24 and my Y is negative 112. So now that that works, we're going to go ahead and reconnect it again. We're going to click on the green flag. We're going to click on play. We're going to click on our character we've lost. We're going to go ahead and click on replay. And now we're back to playing the game. So everything is working exactly how we need it to. Once you guys are done doing this step, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step, which is going to be creating the rock obstacle.